Well, we have to get better each day. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've been working on this week, preparing for Washburn, and just get better every day. I mean, there's obviously some things we did right, things we need to work on, especially preparing for Washburn. They're good in transition, got good shooting team, move the ball well, so just a lot of things we have to prepare for. No, we really haven't experienced that yet, and it's going to be good, and now all in my AA games, and it's going to be a challenge from here on, but we're looking forward to it. Right, I mean, it is a tough game, a game we feel like we should have won, some things that we could have done differently down the stretch. But I think we got all that taken care of and we're ready. Yeah, I've heard that it's a big rival and they're off to a good start, so it should be a lot of fun, should be a good game. I'm not sure what's changed. It's going in at a higher rate, that's for sure, so hopefully that stays the same come Saturday.
It's a real hard-fought battle. We played them twice last year, obviously split the series. Washburn brings a lot of intensity, especially with us being the rivals and stuff like that, so just playing out there, going hard, and playing with each other. I mean, it's really just getting to know each other more. Obviously, we have a lot of new people here and stuff like that, so a lot of feel for defense is just rotations and knowing where you're supposed to be and stuff like that. So the more we get to know each other, I feel like the more defense is going to be very improved. So just going to take time.
Malik, what do you like about the matchup with the Blake kid?
Oh, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a pretty good matchup. I watched him play a little bit and obviously played him last year, so I'm pretty excited just to play against him, but just excited to play Washburn in general.
I think there's two things really that's going to take. I think executing the things we're working on this week and then matching their intensity. They work hard. Probably one of the hardest teams we're going to play, except for maybe Newman. They worked hard, but Washburn comes out and they work hard. They run the floor. And then, like they're saying, they're a good team, so we got to execute everything we've been doing this week in practice. I think it's just all of us getting familiar with each other. I think coming in we had a whole new coaching staff, whole new team, except for 6 of us. Everyone was new with 6 of us, so just spending time together. Right now we go to meals together twice a day for the last 2 weeks or whatever, so we're all just kind of getting used to each other right now, just trying to work together. I think it's a big deal. I think a lot of people take pride in that, and who comes out and win, they call it Turnpike Tussle for a reason. So, and I mean, when it's done, I mean, people talk trash on each other for a whole week after, so I mean, it's a big deal for sure. I think the biggest thing that's helped me is just working hard. I come in every day in practice and I just bust my tail, and I've been coming in extra on my own with coaches and stuff like that, working on my game, working on dribbling, shooting, stuff like that, and it's all just coming together for me now. Me and Hassan play different positions, so when that comes down, he gets in foul trouble, stuff like that, it's just my turn to step in, and I'm just going to do the best I can with that.
We got to be better on the defensive end of the floor, Greg, and that it's going to be important for us to make sure to maintain an effort for 40 minutes on that end, and we're trying to change the expectation and culture on that side of the floor. Last year in MIAA play, Emporia State gave up 50% from the field. Right now we're at about 46% field goal defense, which is still not quite good enough. So we'd like that in the mid to low 40s, preferably 43 or under. So we got some work to do, and we're going to see if we can't make a defensive team out of guys that maybe it hasn't been their MO throughout their entire career. Yeah, I thought that we battled through some adversity. Anytime you go on the road and you play a non-conference team with non-conference officials, and we'd been back through the film, and it's very disappointing in some of the things we saw. But outside of the things that were not controllable for us, there were controllable things that we take responsibility for, and we need to shore up, and our guys know that. So we just need to keep battling through and finding ways to play for 40 minutes, and that includes protecting the basketball and rebounding the basketball. For us, it's about limiting mistakes. If you look at Washburn, they're not loaded with excessive amounts of talent. You're not looking at guys that should be playing at Oral Roberts or KU or K-State. You're looking at just tough Division II guys that do a lot of things right. This level, if you look at teams that have success, it's because they limit their mistakes. And for us, that's what it's going to come down to, is just limiting our mistakes. We got a lot of guys that can score. We got a lot of guys that can do really good things on the basketball court, but we need to take the mistakes and cut those down. Well, I mean, they're just a mature team. When Ballard took over that program, now in his 2nd season, he took over for legendary Bob Chipman, who had that thing rolling at a national level for decades. And he's got a very mature roster that is talented, tough, and disciplined. And for us, it's just going to have to be matching that discipline if we want to compete.